looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me. I look like you want to look, I fuck like you want to fuck, I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm free in all the ways that you are not.
This is RPG, and welcome to the Reginald P. Jones Show.
If you can just get your mind together, then come on across to me.
This is RPG, and welcome to the Reginald P. Jones Show.
Mr. Reginald P. Jones.
Is Reginald P. Jones. We'll call him RPJ.
P. Jones.
RPJ.
Mr. Reginald P. Jones.
Reginald P. Jones.
The Reginald P. Jones Show.
RPJ.
Is Reginald P. Jones. We'll call him RPJ. I'm saying fuck you, RPJ.
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 Fuck you, RPJ. Fuck you, RPJ. Fuck you, RPJ.
RPJ.
You a motherfucker, RPJ.
RPJ.
So fuck you, RPJ.
The Reginald P. Jones Show.
Fuck you, RPJ.
If you're watching this as a standalone video show, then this will suffice by itself. But if you take this into context with everything else, surely you will see that this woman is nothing but contradictory, a liar, a fraud, a con man, a flim-flam man, a jackass, a long-tittied, sloppy woman. A jackass, a woman that suffers from borderline personality disorder and delusional disorder, and is nothing but a liar. Jeez, I'm so tired. You gotta trust me on this. I'm so tired. I can't even think of the words. There's psychological terms for liar. Pathological liar. She lies without meaning, with no meaning. It just comes out and she goes with it, and it's a lie. It's a fantastical tale, part of the delusional disorder as well. I'm gonna first say to you, everything that this woman says is inappropriate around women. Now, you're not gonna see this in this video show because there's no kids around, but usually in her videos, she will have her children around. She will have other people's children around, and she will talk in vulgarities of the sexual nature, of the angry at the world nature, at the killing nature, adult talk, her talking to the children's fathers while the kids are in the rooms. Everything about this woman is inappropriate, and she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care. She only cares about what she has to say and having herself look the best she can in front of the fucking public, which is you guys, the public. Right away, she's going to start contradicting herself. She's going to start lying. She's going to lie, contradict herself, and lie again, all within the first sentence or two that she says. Okay, here we go.
So, and I want to first, before I start talking, I might say some things that are not for young children. So you might want to look at this video when your children are not around. And I will, you probably want to be at least 17 or older to watch this video. Anyway, so me and men. You guys, first of all, let me tell you about me. I don't know if somebody told me this, and maybe it was the way I was treated growing up that sort of made me, that molded me into who I am. But I do consider myself to be different. I'm going to give you guys an example of how different I am. I'm going to try to give you a couple of examples. I would say probably about 90% of the entire population, and I'm probably wrong about that. Let me say this: 98% of black people think Whoopi Goldberg is ugly. Okay? I'm probably in that 1 to 2% that happens to think she is beautiful.
Okay, right here, right now, she is going to try to make herself seem different and special, and she is not. While 90% of the country, according to her numbers, think that Whoopi Goldberg is ugly, she also thinks Whoopi Goldberg is ugly. Don't let her fool you. She is lying to you. She wants to be different and special. There's nothing different and special about it. You hear that motherfucking bird? There's nothing different or special about fucking Jamila Briscoe. Nothing. That's the problem. She always wants to be different and special. It's the motherfucker. I can't catch a fucking breakdown here doing fucking video shows. If it's not for the fucking kids, it's for the other kids. It's the fucking noise, the lawnmowers. Now it's a fucking bird just chirping his ass off. Wish I could find a fucking rock. I wish I could find that motherfucker. But now that bird shut the fuck up when there's a fucking owl coming over his head. Alright, where was I? Again, nothing's different about this woman. She thinks Whoopi Goldberg is ugly as well. She is also very big on things. She likes having things. She wants that big house and marble floors and fucking gold ceilings and gold walls and fancy cars and fancy dresses. She wants what everyone else has. She wants better than everyone else has. She won't be satisfied until she has more and more and more. This is who she is as a person. She's always wants what everyone else has. She can never do a meager stuff, a meager mindset from things that are of low value. That makes her sick, but she takes it. She lives this way because she doesn't have the means, but she wants more. She wants that fucking fancy fucking house with everything and then trimmings and the whole fucking 9 yards. Don't let this woman fucking fool you. I gotta hit this fucking bird. 1 second. 1 second.
So there's a lot of things that are different about me that I don't look at life quite the same way as the majority of people. Okay? And so let me give you another example. I don't covet what other people have. Like, seriously, let me say this first. I don't get jealous of people unless they are messing with my dude.
Okay, now she talks about jealousy. Jamila Briscoe is one of the most jealous people on the planet Earth. As I said before, Jamila Briscoe suffers from borderline personality disorder and delusional disorder. And with borderline disorder, mind you, I'm going to be jumping back and forth from each disorder and the characteristics that she shows to point out of what disorder it comes from. But in terms of jealousy, she is one of the most jealous people on the planet. Of course, she's extremely jealous. She's always thinking that her boyfriend is cheating on her. Always thinking that. She's always thinking that someone's running game on her. Always. Even when it's not even close to it, she's always thinking this. She's always thinking less than. She is always extremely, extremely, violently jealous. Violently jealous. Of course, she tells you she's not jealous, but what comes next? She tells you she is jealous. Make up your mind. And of course, she wants to blame the man for making her jealous. No one makes you do anything. You either jealous or not the jealous type. She wants to blame men. She wants to blame everybody else. This is the victimization that this woman has, and borderline and delusional disorder. She's always a perpetual victim. It's no one's fault. It's not her fault. It's everyone else's fault. This woman is fucked up. Let's go on.
I don't get jealous. I never feel a streak of jealousy for anything. And that's speaking of how much money another female makes, what her children look like, how beautiful she is, what her body looks like, what kind of car she drives. I do not get jealous over things like that. I just don't do it. And those things are both, financial and physical things. I don't get jealous of that. And that's not normal that I don't get jealous. But I do get jealous when it comes, I'm going to take that back. I get jealous when it comes to my kids and my man. If another woman is trying to say that she can be a better mother to my children, that ticks me off. That pushes my buttons. Or if my children respond to another woman better, that can sort of push my buttons. When there's some sort of indiscretion with my man, that can push my buttons. If I love him and have feelings for him. Now, if we're just out somewhere and he's having a good conversation with another woman, I'm not going to be jealous of that. Okay? Unless I'm insecure in the relationship, which more than likely the guy is making the woman insecure anyway. But that's a totally different story. I don't get jealous of that. I'm not some psycho, you know what I'm saying? But if there's some sort of indiscretion, just like when I was telling you guys that my cousin slept with my ex and I was still in love with him, I did get upset about that. Okay? But other than that, I don't get jealous like that. So
here's a story about her cousin sleeping with someone, her ex. Now, of course, this is a probability, of course, because black women will fuck anyone that gives them attention, whether it's someone else's dude, husband, dog, orangutan, fucking cloud, anthill. I mean, whatever it is that gives a black woman attention, they will fuck it. And borderline personality disorders, they will fuck as a means to an end. Now, the story she tells, I'm about to tell here, is the fact that a cousin fucked her ex, and she was very hurt by that. Now, of course, maybe there are some things that you shouldn't do, but her reason is, of course, her cousin shouldn't be fucking her ex because she's in love with, she still loves her ex, but they're broken up. I'm not buying. That's stupid. That's the disorder. Jamila Briscoe is that psycho that she says she's not. But just in case for those who say, you know what, it's kind of tricky there, it's my ex, you shouldn't be fucking my ex, it's a violation based on the fact that he's my ex. I copy that maybe. But don't tell me because, you love him. You're fucking broken up, asshole. You don't have any rights to him after you broke up, dick. Fucking dumb bitch. No offense, but you're a stupid bitch, Jamila Briscoe. You're just a dumb fucking bitch. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired and I just don't feel like being so fucking nice and formal and cordial. And these fucking owls and fucking hawks and crows are just driving me fucking nuts, and I couldn't find a fucking rock after I found out where these motherfuckers were in a tree. But I'm not supposed to be hitting things, right? Right. I'm fucking tired. Fucking tired. I'm tired of black women like this Jamila Briscoe, who's nothing but a blight on society, but I'm going a little bit off the deep end. I know, right? Right. All right. Check this out.
I consider myself to be different in that area, okay? And so the reason why that relates to me finding a man is that I do not believe that opposites can always attract. I think that more than likely, for me, two people have to have most things in common. That's what I believe. And I believe that I don't have a lot in common with a lot of the single men that are out here. I look at life totally different. I look at things differently. And, my brain probably functions a lot differently. And so, I think that it's important to have things in common with your mate. And it's so hard for me to find somebody that I have a lot of things in common with. There's a lot of things that I look for in a man that are not tangible. There's a lot of things that I'm looking for in a man that is more like his soul. Like what like his spirit. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for somebody that makes a 6-figure salary. I'm not looking for somebody that, you know, has a 6-pack and things of that nature. When I look at a guy, the first thing I'm looking at is his teeth. That's the very first thing I'm looking at. Are they yellow? Or any of them missing? Are they rotten? And this is not a physical thing. This is more because I believe that human beings have built-in instincts. And with my instinct, it has nothing to do with, you know, the physical aspect of it. But what I look for are signs of health and vitality. And by health and vitality, I mean, you know, I look at the eyes. That's really, the teeth and the eyes are the first thing I look at. If he has yellow eyes, the whites of his eyes are yellow, I can't do it. If his teeth are messed up, I can't do it. But the most important thing is the smell. I have to smell a guy, his balls and everything.
Did you say his balls? Did you say that you have to smell his balls? Jamila, did you say that you have to smell his balls, his testicles, his sack? You have to smell his sack? Really? Jamila, what the fuck's wrong with you? Let me tell you something, folks. One thing about borderline personality disorders are that they will engage in sexual deviant behaviors or risque behaviors. Or sex to them is nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It's a means to an end. There's no great satisfaction with sex. They idealize sex as this love, which they cannot feel. They don't have it in them to feel this love. So they idealize that sex equates sex with love, like robots or something, or I would say children, but no, children wouldn't even understand what love is. So she equates that with love, like a fucking robot, like a fucking alien. And the smelling of the balls, I must have heard wrong.
I'm being serious, guys. I'm serious. I actually can tell when a guy has a venereal disease by the way his balls smell.
So I did hear correctly. Oh my God. I guess with that, his balls. You know, his balls have no opening inside of his balls. You can only smell the outside skin. You can't actually smell inside of his balls. Unlike a vagina, you can smell inside the vagina. You can't smell inside his balls. There's no whole opening. There's no slit. Oh my God, Jamila. What's wrong with you?
His nutsack, his scrotum. And so, I don't believe that opposites attract. And, when I hooked up with my daughter's father, I was a very ignorant person back then. I was so freaking clueless. And I think that as young women, we have to be taught not only to look for a guy that, is financially stable, not rich, but financially stable. Unless we build a utopian society, everybody's going to have bills to pay. Unless you live in a cardboard box. Okay? So, in the way our society is set up, I think that you have to look for somebody. Now for me, I don't need somebody with, gold dripping all in their house and marble and fountains and elephants and lions walking around and this huge house. I don't need that, because I would rather have somebody that just a normal family life, to where, he comes home from work. We both, take care of the kids. We both love on our kids. We both, we sit down, we have dinner, we talk, it just flows. You know what I'm saying? It flows. And so, like for instance, my daughter's father, I was an ignorant person. Let me go back to that. And after we began to live together, I was already pregnant because I got pregnant like right away. You know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a liar.
All Jamila Briscoe is a liar. So when she tells you she's not a liar, she's lying about not lying. I'm going to point those things out. There is so much videotape to break down, and I can just show you. I can do my next 30 video shows on Jamila Briscoe's 8 video shows that I have of hers. But let me tell you. I can't even find the words. I assure you, she is nothing but a liar, a pathological liar, and a bald-faced, I know the truth, liar. But let's go on.
And when I moved in with him, he would always come home smelling like drugs and alcohol. And again, that's that smell factor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of our biggest lies here. Now, Jamila Briscoe has always said in her many videos that she didn't know the girl's father was on drugs and an alcoholic. She didn't know these things. She said this was a big secret, that she didn't know these things. A huge secret. If I can find that and I put it on here, then you'll hear it from her own mouth. But please, I assure you that I am not telling a fib here. She has said that she did not know that this man had a drug and alcohol problem. But as you heard, he used to come home smelling like drugs and alcohol.
And when I moved in with him, he would always come home smelling like drugs and alcohol. And again, that's that smell factor.
Then he says, if one cares about their kids, it's to their best interest, to have both a mother and a father in their lives near daily. That's not always true. There's toxic fathers all over the place out there. Like, where you been, under a rock? So I'm supposed to have an abusive alcoholic around my children that hid his drug habit from me?
Oh my God, you got caught in your lie. You said these lies. You are a liar. You're a liar, ma'am. Ma'am, you're caught in a lie. You're a liar. Ma'am. Douchebag. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm tired. Ma'am, you are a fucking liar, and this is bullshit. Caught. You're caught. You're exposed. Liar. Let's go on. There's nothing over here. I'm acting.
And I fell out of love with him within weeks of living with him. I don't know why I went and had a second baby with him. I think that I was in that trying to make it work mode. And I don't even know what the hell that means. You know, I mean, seriously, if you gotta make it work, what the hell? What does make it work mean? I know that if a guy, you know, now I can understand, you know, like if somebody cheats and you love that person and it was a mistake, and I could see making it work. But other than that, you know, I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that it should work regardless. And I mean no disrespect to any couple that are making it work, because I just don't get that. But anyway, the smell factor for me is a big issue. Like, seriously, like if you come home smelling like, I mean, and he wasn't, like, I don't even want a man that smokes marijuana. I don't want my man to smoke marijuana.
Because you like to smoke weed and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. You can't be saying that. I can't upload this video now. Hey, time. I'm so dainty.
You are so high. That's what the fuck you are. You are so high.
Oh my God.
I think that guys that smoke marijuana are, to me, in my opinion, when you smoke it long enough, you do become physically addicted to it, and it does change your perception. It's going to change your perception of me. It's going to change your perception of my kids. So I don't tolerate that at all. Like if he comes home and he has a glass of wine with dinner, that's fine. If he has 20 glasses of wine, I have a problem with that. I need to be directly connected and hardwired. Otherwise, the connection is bad. So I'm being watched. I don't know why. That's so weird. Like, I got my favorite Cabernet in the box, y'all. See, I got my favorite box wines and my favorite bottles of wines. The Big House brand. This is so good. I love this. I love this Cabernet. This is good. Well, lately I've been waking and baking, and that's not good. I need to wake my ass up, get dressed, and go and do my 45-minute Taebo workout. For real. That's what I need to be doing. So, God, I just don't feel it. Man, I hate, you know what? I really hate. I'm gonna try to move down back to my hometown early. Because like I don't like doing all this driving back and forth and shit. Like I need a man to drive me back and forth. You know, I have and then I'm talking about every night because I've dealt with alcoholics. So, you know, alcoholism, you know, was very prominent in my family, and so I know about alcoholics. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, her mother was an alcoholic. So, of course, she's an alcoholic. She's been demonstrating that.
All right, where my wine at? We gonna turn up. When I move back, me and her gonna be unstoppable. Yeah. Tramel, I know that you wanted me. I'm sorry. I just can't be with you, honey. I think wow. Like in about 2 years, y'all gonna be like, you made the right. Not even in 2 years, like I say in the next 6 months, y'all gonna be like, you made the right choice. So there are certain things that I'm looking for initially that are hard to find. Another thing is that, you know, so many people covet this Hollywood imagery. You know what I'm saying? Idolatry. And I'm totally not into that. There are people in Hollywood that I like. But for me to say I can't be happy if I don't have the same outfit that they have, or for me to say I can't be happy if my child doesn't have the same nursery that they have, or for me to say that I gotta have the same body or the same face, I cannot do that. Like, I am happy with me. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with what God has given me.
So here we go. Jamila Briscoe says that she doesn't care what other people have in Hollywood, and she would be just fine without it. And I'm going to tell you that Jamila Briscoe wants everything. She is never satisfied with whatever she would have. Even if she had the nicest things, she would want more. She wants the marble baby and the gold chest of drawers. You know, she wants the panties made out of electric. You know, she wants those things. She covets those things greatly. Of course she does. This is Jamila Briscoe. She wants these things, obviously, easily. So don't let her fool you. She is lying. And we're about to go to a topic where I'm very intrigued by the answer or what she might say. I know she talks about her temperament and whether she can be violent or not, or tough or not. So let's just take a gander at what she will say. Follow me.
I feel very blessed. So why would I covet what that other person has? That to me, that's weird. I can't do that. I don't like anything fake. I don't like anything false. I don't like anything forced. I don't like anything, it's hard to explain, but for me, I'm a very caring, I'm a very nice person, but then again, on that flip side, I can be a bitch. Oh yeah, I can be a bitch, and I'm not like that all the time. The only time I get like that is when if I feel like I'm being disrespected. And trust me, a lot of people will try to disrespect you and hoodwink you and try to pull that wool over your eyes and then try to make you feel like something wrong with you because you caught on to their disrespect.
So did you hear that? Jamila Briscoe often feels like others are running game on her. She's always feels like someone's cheating her. She always feels like her man is cheating on her. This is how she always feels anyway. So of course, she's always often violent. She's a violent woman. She solves things with violence. She is extremely combustible. She will go from 0 to 100 in mere moments in terms of temperament. She can go from being mellow to extremely murderously angry, then back to being depressed in mere moments. This is part of the borderline personality disorder. These are one of the characteristics. This is how she feels all the time. She is often filled with rage and extreme violent behaviors, whether it's yelling or screaming or actual fisticuffs, stabbings, or shootings. I do not make this up. Go check out borderline personality disorder if you don't believe me. Just go take a look through it. Find it. You'll see that I'm not lying, and you'll see that this woman engages in such behaviors and characteristics, I should say. Or characteristics and behaviors. Go on. If not, just trust RPJ here, and let's go through the rest of this shit. Oh yeah, there's nothing over there. Oh yeah, there's nothing over there either. Voila.
It's hard to explain, but for me, I'm a very caring, I'm a very nice person, but then again, on that flip side, I can be a bitch. Oh yeah, I can be a bitch, and I'm not like that all the time. The only time I get like that is when if I feel like I'm being disrespected. And trust me, a lot of people will try to disrespect you and hoodwink you and try to pull that wool over your eyes and then try to make you feel like something wrong with you because you caught on to their disrespect. I will not tolerate disrespect, period, because there's no need for it. There's no need for it ever, ever, ever. I have a zero tolerance. I will shut you out so fast, and I will shut that door, and you will not get back in that door. And I feel like it's got to be that way. But now, looking back on my last relationship with James, I got pregnant. I was emotional. James, there was a period when I found out I was pregnant, and James probably needed time. He probably needed to reflect on it. he probably needed time to think about it. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened with me and James. James became distant for about a week when I found out I was pregnant last year. And then he called me, and there was some things going on in his personal life that I was not happy with that I'm not going to discuss because that's too personal. But he called me and he was just like acting normal. You know, it was like he took his time, he reflected on it, and then he was ready to come back to that relationship with me. And I was pissed off at him. I was pissed off, you guys. I was so mad at James because I was disappointed in the way I felt that he should have reacted, because it was his wishes. He wanted me to have his baby. He talked me into it. He said, "You getting old, you need to have another baby. You need to have my baby." And then all of a sudden when I get pregnant, it's like, I think it happened a little too fast for him, because I got pregnant the very first month we tried, basically. And so when he called me, I shot him down so quick. And the stuff that I said to that man, I took away his dignity. The stuff that I said to that man when he called me. And I feel that if our relationship would have been stronger, we could have come back from that. But there was so much anger. And he's still angry. James was so in love with me. James was always there for me. And I miss him. I miss James. I do. I miss him so much because he was such a sweet person. Now here I am about to start crying again. But I think that his tolerance is kind of like mine. He couldn't tolerate it. And I think that we both wanted to come back from that, but we couldn't. And so I got to check myself on that, because I got insecure, and I felt like he was going to hurt me, so I wanted to hurt him. And he was disappointed. And James had even told me, you know, he had said something that bothered me. It wasn't disrespectful or anything, but he said something that bothered me. And, you know, I started crying because I am a sensitive person. And he said, you know what? He said, "I am so sorry." This was before, you know, the relationship went bad. He said, "But it is so good that I'm actually with somebody that has feelings." He thought that was a good thing, because evidently a lot of guys are out there dealing with women who are like refrigerators, who are not very emotional, you know, who basically can just ignore a lot of stuff, and I can't do that.
I know this woman did not call someone else a refrigerator. I know she didn't do that. Because this woman looks like a pit of blob. She looks like a bear with extra fat. She looks like a big bag of horror bag bullshit. This woman looks awful and got the nerve to talk about someone else's looks. They look like refrigerators. Really, ma'am? Did you take a look at yourself? I mean, even now, in this present day, you are long-tittied and sloppy. You're fatter and sloppier than. And you got the face of a truck driver. My God, ma'am. Alright, anyway, you shouldn't talk about people's looks, ma'am. You're hideous and disgusting, and you look like you smell. But on with your show. I know this woman did not call someone else a refrigerator. I know she didn't do that. Because this woman looks like a pit of blob. She looks like a bear with extra fat. She looks like a big bag of horror bag bullshit. This woman looks awful and got the nerve to talk about someone else's looks. They look like refrigerators. Really, ma'am? Did you take a look at yourself? I mean, even now, in this present day, you are long-tittied and sloppy. You're fatter and sloppier than. And you got the face of a truck driver. My God, ma'am. Alright, anyway, you shouldn't talk about people's looks, ma'am. You're hideous and disgusting, and you look like you smell. But on with your show.
Like, like my partner has literally got to be my best friend. Like we have to even think the same. We have to be thinking the same. Not necessarily, because I know people are going to be on different wavelengths sometimes, but when I made the mistake of thinking that I found Mr. Right years ago, it was because we basically molded into each other physically, but the physical aspect was definitely there. It was definitely there. I mean, it was, and this is not James, this is somebody else. The physical aspect was definitely there. And it wasn't even porn star. It wasn't even, I mean, we did some porn star stuff. I ain't even gonna lie. But it was the actual joining of our yin and our yang that was so powerful. It was so powerful. And it's hard to even describe. The only way I can describe it is it was a cosmic experience to where, you know, I felt like gravity didn't exist and I floated up to space, outer space, and I couldn't come down. But the mental aspect was missing, and the mental could have followed that, or it could have came, because he was with me, you know what I'm saying? He was with me on a lot of stuff, but again, that insecurity that I had played a big role in that, and you know, he was not, you know, we could not, we're still connected. Like when we see each other and we look into each other's eyes, there's definitely that twinkle there, that little star that we both saw. I don't know what the hell it was. It was really weird, but it'll always be there. But you know, it's just really strange, and I'm just different. I just really like it's just so weird. It's just I'm just different, you know. And so
because this woman is a pathological liar, which means that she lies without reason. She lies for the sake of lying. She's lying because it's almost a hiccup, if you will. It's almost a burp. It's almost, it's without reason why she lies. So, being that she's a pathological liar, I don't believe her story as being told. There's things that are missing. There are things that she's not admitting to. There are things that she's overlooking, which is the same thing not admitting to. There are things that she even maybe perhaps forgotten. But based on what I am hearing in here, this part of it, I know that this guy didn't do anything mean or bad to her, because if he did, she would use it against him wholeheartedly, build it up into this big crescendo of fucking bullshit that this guy has done. Crescendo, yeah, crescendo, music term. 1 second. You're knocking my water over. What's the top at? I can't do nothing about that. You can't go on the stairs anymore. That was my granddaughter. She knocked over the water that I have here that we were supposed to drink together. Oh great, I got a wasp here. I'm going to finish this video, whether they like it or not. They're trying to get me to stop, but I am not going to stop. Screw that kid. I am not going to take care of it later for it. It's all about me and the internet. Who does that remind you of? I wonder what I could be meaning by this.
You know, I might be one of them people that won't get married until they're 40, but there's a lot of things that has to come into play with that. You know, he can't, number one, he has to be happy. He has to be happy. Your happiness cannot come from me. I cannot make you happy. And when I met James, I hate to talk about the brother on camera, but there was some red flags about him that let me know that he was not happy with himself as a person. And then when we hooked up, he found happiness in me. But then when that happiness was tainted by bad stuff, it didn't balance. It just wasn't right after that, you know. And so he's definitely got to be happy. He has to be somebody that does not fit the mold of most people. He has to be different. He has to be special. He cannot be somebody that looks at life in the world the way so many other people look at it. He can't. I'm going to get bored with that. He can't be ghetto either, because ain't nothing boring about ghetto. But he cannot, I'll get bored with somebody that is just mediocre. You know what I'm saying? And when I say mediocre, I'm going to have to get into it in a part 2. When I say that, and I've got to find the words to explain that mediocre personality. I just can't deal with that. You know, I have to have somebody that for instance, can find beauty in most things.
Okay, this party here, Jamila Briscoe, from what I can assess from her, is she doesn't want a guy who's ordinary. She wants a guy who sees himself as a poet or this master commander of the universe type guy, but he doesn't have to display that in his being, but he has to display it in his persona, in his talking, in his I guess being is the right word. He has to display it in his being. He doesn't actually have to have, stars over here and planets lined up over there as master commander of the universe. He has to be someone dynamic, of personality. He has to be a little loony, basically. He has to be kind of schizophrenic, like a little bit of what Jamila Briscoe displays. Jamila Briscoe thinks of herself special. Now, deep in her heart of hearts, she knows that she's not special, but she has conjured up all these things about herself that she could be and tap into, and thus, now, she sort of thinks this way. She thinks of herself as a witch, despite the fact that she knows that she has no witch abilities. She doesn't do anything. She's just a fat woman, a fat bored housewife. But she wants to be his witch. She wants to be special. And if she does certain things, then she considers herself this thing that's special and different from everyone else in the universe. Jamila Briscoe hates being herself because herself has a lot of pain. Herself, just being a black woman, is hateful. Black women hate being black. Most black women hate being black. They hate their features. They hate everything about the idea of their skin being darker than a white woman's, her hair being different. There's nothing authentic about this woman, Jamila. Jamila, after this video, goes on to have hair hats and all types of different monstrosities that she calls hair, or hats with hair in them or on them or around it. So Jamila is just a nutbag looking for another nutbag who thinks himself as dynamic. This is why she has a crush on me now, because she sees myself as dynamic, as extraordinary, as someone with intestinal fortitude, with balls of steel, a man, but a man with strength. Now, she hasn't seen a man like me, because a man like me doesn't walk this planet anymore. A man like me is pushed to the side and pointed out as the oddball. I don't mind you look at me as the oddball. I am magnificent. I am a special man. I am a brilliant man. I am an extraordinary man of talents and wisdom and strength, both mental and physical. This is why Jamila Briscoe has a fucking crush on me and is always talking in terms of Me and him had never had a conversation. I would never give him none. Like, who's asking you to give me some? I would never go out with that type of dude. Who's asking you to go out with me? I don't know why you're bringing that shit up all the time for. Who's saying that shit? You're saying that because that's how you feel about me. You nasty, horny woman, you. But I'm not going to fault you for thinking that I'm extraordinary, because I am. I just would not do anything with a thing like you. You're not my type. You're fat and sloppy, long titties, and hair-hatted hooligan hood rat whore. You're stupid and fucked up and mentally deranged. You're violent, a creep, a cretin, lousy parent, neglectful. Did I forget anything else? Oh, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Why would I? Of course I wouldn't drop to that level. That's like being in the fucking sewers while I'm in the heavens. My God, woman, you're sick. Now, I know I get you wet, but I'm not trying to get you wet. I'm trying to get you help, because you're fucked up and you're fucking ruining these kids. I know you don't get it. You think that this is some kind of joke. I know you don't give a shit about your kids. Is that what it is? You don't give a shit about your kids? What can I say to you that would reach you, that would help you understand? I would say it to you. What can I do to get you to go and seek at least a psychiatric evaluation at a hospital? What can I say to you to help you do that? To help you go there? Here comes the fucking owls acting all fucking nutty and fruity. This is you with the spells? Is this what you're doing? Are you sending owls out to destroy me and my peace of mind while I'm making video shows? Are you sending my granddaughter out here to knock over my water bottle? Are you doing that, Jamila? The divine mommy? You witch, you great magical... You're a jackass. Get the fuck out of here. You're a stupid fucker. And you're gonna get someone hurt. And I know you can't wait to hurt those kids. And it's only a matter of time until someone says no to you. When your kids say no to you, and that's when you'll hurt that motherfucker really good. Catch you in the wrong mood, because you're capable of killing your kids. There are many women like you out there. There are many women killing their kids just like you.
And that's how I am. I can find beauty in most things. Like, we were watching American Horror Story. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show. It comes on FX. And Jessica Lange is in it, and she has a daughter that is has Down syndrome. And she was just like, you are not pretty, and telling her she wasn't a pretty girl because she had Down syndrome. And I just, the tears started rolling. I said, how can she say that to her own child? Because I see beauty in most things, My thoughts towards religion and God are different. Even though I am a Christian, there's still some things that I'm left with wondering about. For instance, and I'm going to try to end, let me see how much time I got. For instance, when I was going through my questioning of religion, I asked a lot of people that were Christian. I said, well, what about the people that suffer? Don't you think that if we had more hope for humanity, that there would be less suffering and people wouldn't just go out and shoot people in the head and chop them up in little bitty pieces? And one person's thought was, God does not save flesh. And my reaction was, well, that's easy for you to say because you have not been chopped up into bits and tortured, while other people have went through that suffering.
Okay, that was slightly incoherent. I'm not sure what she's saying. Is it me or is it her? Because I'm swearing that she doesn't make any sense to me. Oh well, let her continue telling her retarded story about something retarded. I'm trying. I'm looking at nothing. Just let me go with it already, okay?
And if it were you, you would be begging for your life. And so I look at people's feelings and suffering, and a lot of people cannot do that. They don't care about the things that they do and how it makes other people feel. They don't care. And so that question for me was really hard, and I still struggle with that because, you know, I feel like why can't there be hope for humanity? Why does it have to all be bad? Why does it have to be this huge, you know, thing to where humans are bad and then God is going to come back and kill everybody and take people that believe in him? Why can't we change as a people? What's going to happen when that happens? You know, then how does that change our history? How does that change things?
I think that's more incoherent babble. Okay, I might have to just fast forward towards the end so I can give you my final wrap up of just this little part right here. Okay? Let's go on.
And so, you know, I'm different in that aspect. And so it's hard to find somebody, a man that thinks, it's hard to find somebody who believes in God and believes in the workings of Jesus Christ that actually believes that humanity can change, because a lot of them don't. And I'm going to do a part 2 later. All right, bye guys.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Members of the jury, you can see that this woman was caught in 2 major who she is type lies. And there are other lies there that I probably didn't, I don't know if I proved or not, because I haven't edited it all together yet. I haven't gotten the other parts from other different videos to shove in to show you that she's a liar, this, that, and the other. But whether I did or didn't, trust me when I tell you that this woman is a pathological liar, and my granddaughter is just destroying my water bottle. It's a good thing I don't care about what she does, because she's oh no, she's a year old. You spilled it again, darling? Anyway, that's Jamila Briscoe, little Looney Tunes, fucked up, a liar, fucked up, and I'll show you a couple of the characteristics and behaviors, well, mostly characteristics of borderline disorder and delusional disorder, borderline personality disorder and delusional disorder. That's it for now. My name is RPJ, and this has been the Reginald P. Jones Show. Thank you, and there it is. Brilliant! Now let me go beat my granddaughter. Granddaughter! You got dirt on your mouth. You got dirt on your mouth. You eating dirt again? Yeah, you did. You do. Later.
That was the Reginald P. Jones Show, and he was RPJ.
You know I love you, man.
I love you too.
Homestead chili dogs. I'm about to pour me another glass. Why does my words look so delayed? Like my lips, but my voice is like.
I have no idea.
Because my ears hear my reality voice.
All right, I'm just gonna come out of the closet. I'm in GPA. Y'all know what GPA is?
Grade point average.
Easter eggs, Mama, look! I got Easter eggs for single.
I'll tell you, I'm in Good Pussy Anonymous.
Oh my God.
Aww. Just so you can play this, okay?
name is Jamila. And yes, I have very good pussy.
How do you deal with this?
I don't know.
How do you how do you go through life without counseling?
Some people have described my vagina as a portal to another world.
Oh my God, my poor baby, he needs counseling now.
Oh, you got it too, though. This Miss Good Pussy Part 2. She got some good shit.
I can't deal.
Yeah, I've had it before. You know.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, please.
Fuck you.
What now?
All right, I ain't had it.
Don't you tag me in this shit,
We didn't do
Don't
it.
tag me in this shit.
I'm not. I'm sorry. All right, where my wine at? We gonna turn up when I move back.
Show some respect, little boy, because that's all you are. You're a brainwashed little imbecile who needs your ass whooped, is what you are. So because I don't have this so-called cookie cutter lifestyle that you covet, see, these are the choices that you make for your life. So because I don't have a husband, which I'm gay, stupid, I'm gay. You want to know why I never could get in, stay in a relationship with a man? It's because it just wasn't meant. I was trying to live somebody else's life for so long until I realized, what am I doing? I don't even like these idiots. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what you're like it's almost like he's trying to talk to me like I'm like, even if I did live in the ghetto, even if I wasn't educated, even if I didn't have my own business, even if I never was in real estate, even if I didn't make more money than him, quite obviously, okay, I'm pretty sure that I make way more money than him, okay, and that's why he's attacking me. See, this is why women and single mothers do not vlog on YouTube. This is the reason why. Because they suffer at the abuse of these fucking ridiculous people. Okay? Then he says to me, is the fathers in the kids' lives on a near daily basis? No, they are not. We don't even live in the same state. Now what? Now what? What? And you know what? I was going to make a video about a breakthrough that my son had with his father, but I'm not even going to do that shit because you know what? If I were to do that shit at this point, it would make it look like I'm trying to be accepted by any of y'all. But you know what? You can kiss my ass. I don't care about what anybody thinks of me. I really don't. Obviously, I don't. Obviously, I don't. You know, you can't shame me for not having a husband, dude. You know what? You are retarded. You are a retard. You are really, honestly, and I've talked about this several times, you don't have the right to force yourself into the lives of women. It is not a requirement for a woman to have a man. That's not a requirement of life. We're not all bound in shackles. You know, oh my God, I got to have a man or else I'm going to lolly, lolly, low, lolly, lolly, low. Oh, and you think you have the right to come around me and talk to me like that because you got a little bitty tiny dick. And you don't. So because I have a vagina, I'm supposed to have a man. Or I don't have the right to raise my kids. See, this is something that is poison. It is poison. You know what I'm saying? It really is. Oh, and I'm not even done because he acted a goddamn fool. I am thinking, this is what he said, I am thinking, who told you to think? Because when you think, stupid shit comes out your mouth. So maybe you shouldn't have thought nothing. But then he says, I am thinking that maybe you don't actually care strongly enough for your children if the kids' fathers are not involved on a nearly daily basis. You see how he is one of those men that cannot take responsibility? So it's my fault. The fact that my daughter's father tried to kill my daughter and the fact that we can't have anything to do with him, that's my fault. It's my fault that he did those things. He's not really responsible. See, this is why black men are so disrespected on a daily basis, because where does your thought process come in, Mr. Reginald P. Jones? Where does, like you thought and stupid shit came out of your mouth, didn't it? If you knew anything, and if you knew anything about a lot of single moms, you know, a lot of us attempt to have positive co-parenting relationships with the child's father. And if it doesn't happen, whose fault is that? Who's there with the children? So I'm accused of not caring about my children, even though I'm the one that cooks for them every day. I clean for them every day. I see them every day. I talk to them every day. I tell them I love them on a daily basis, not just around Christmas or on a humbug when I'm trying to get child support taken off of me. I'm the one buying their clothes. I'm the one feeding them. I'm the one that takes them to the movies. I'm the one that pays for their school activities. I'm the one that does everything. But this stupid, blubbering fucking idiot wants to come and tell me that I'm the one that doesn't care about my children because I don't allow the father to come around. You know what you are? You are a sick, disgusting, and more than likely you're a goddamn pedophile. I ain't even gonna lie. Something is wrong with you. Something is really wrong with your brain. So let's say that a parent broke up with, let's say that, first of all, even divorced people, when they do visitation, the non-custodial parent is not around every day. I mean, it's nothing wrong if they are. I mean, you can work things out. You know what I'm saying? You can work things out to where the father picks them up from school or whatever, or does whatever for the kids, or comes by. But you know what? It's not like that over here, and it never will be.
And she gonna throw my bachelorette party.
Oh, you don't want to.
And you already know.
Sad and then it's gonna be all that. Your husband gonna hate me for life.
Oh my God, really? Seriously, no.
You already know.
Let me get that.
My side.
Don't joke on it this time.
Look.
What do I remind you of?
A hippie.
Pocahontas.
A hippie. Because you like to smoke weed and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't be saying that. I can't upload this video now.
I am thinking, this is what he said, I am thinking, who told you to think? Because when you think, stupid shit comes out your mouth. So maybe you shouldn't have thought nothing. But then he says, I am thinking that maybe you don't actually care strongly enough for your children if the kids' fathers are not involved on a nearly daily basis. You see how he is one of those men that cannot take responsibility? So it's my fault. The fact that my daughter's father tried to kill my daughter, and the fact that we can't have anything to do with him, that's my fault. It's my fault that he did those things. He's not really responsible. See, this is why black men are so disrespected on a daily basis, because where does your thought process come in, Mr. Reginald P. Jones? Where does, like you thought and stupid shit came out of your mouth, didn't it? If you knew anything, and if you knew anything about a lot of single moms, you know, a lot of us attempt to have positive co-parenting relationships with the child's father. And if it doesn't happen, whose fault is that? Who's there with the children? So I'm accused of not caring about my children, even though I'm the one that cooks for them every day. I clean for them every day. I see them every day. I talk to them every day. I tell them I love them on a daily basis, not just around Christmas or on a humbug when I'm trying to get child support taken off of me. I'm the one buying their clothes. I'm the one feeding them. I'm the one that takes them to the movies. I'm the one that pays for their school activities. I'm the one that does everything. But this stupid, blubbering fucking idiot wants to come and tell me that I'm the one that doesn't care about my children because I don't allow the father to come around. You know what you are? You are a sick, disgusting, and more than likely you're a goddamn pedophile.
Betty. Bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
Why is he running, Dad?
Because we have to chase him.
Okay, we're going in. Go, go,
He didn't do anything wrong.
Because he's the hero Gotham deserves. But not the one it needs right now. So we'll hunt him. Because he can take it. Because he's not our hero. He's a silent guardian. A watchful protector. A dark knight.
Thank you, RPJ.
Hello, hi, and welcome, folks. My name is RPJ, and this is the Reginald P. Jones Show. How are you? How you doing? What's up? What's going on with you? Me? I'm swell. I'm tired. I am. I'm really tired. I had a lot of clients this morning, and I'm exhausted. But this video came across my desk, and I decided that I could break it down for you to expose, again, this cretin called Jamila Briscoe, the divine dummy. Mommy. If you're just watching this as a standalone video show, all of its own lonesome,